day, class! So for this video, we will be talking about another topic. So for this topic, we will be discussing about behavioral learning theories. So what does behavioral learning theories means? It basically implies that the external factors or the people around a child can contribute to his or her behavior. So, in a nutshell, kung sa mga nakitaan sa bata or madunggan sa bata siyang palibot, sundugo na niya or ma-adapt na niya. Let's say for example, si child A, he or she grew up in an environment nga kanang nai-respect ang mga tao sa iyang palibot, magpad-opo, mag-thank you, while si child B grew up in an environment nga basta mag-away ang parents or yung mga silingan kay pag sinagitay or magsayaw bad words. So child A grew up to adopt that kind of attitude na magpad-opo and mag-say thank you, while si child B grew up nga basta masuko siya kay musyagit siya or mag-say siya og bad words. So that means kay mao man ang ilang nakita sa mga older people around them, mao ang ilang nasundog, mao ang ilang gi-adapt. So behaviorism suggests that whether it may be good or bad, as long as makita sa bata siyang palibot, iyan ang sundugon kay child at a young age, they don't have a sense of what is right or wrong. They don't have a sense of what is morally accepted or what is not morally or socially accepted. So, muna siya ang gisuggest sa behaviorism. So, in behaviorism, there are people behind it. They are called behaviorists. One notable behaviorist kay si Ivan Pavlov. So, this is what he looks like. So, Ivan Pavlov was born on September 26, 1849 and died on February 27, 1936. So he was a Russian and Soviet experimental neurologist and physiologist. So, neurologist siya, he studies how the human brain works and functions, while a physiologist is someone who studies how living organisms' organs works and functions. So, he received a Nobel Prize for his study sa digestive system or ang importance or ang role sa saliva when it comes to digestion. So, tungod sa dana, that made way to his discovery of the Pavlovian theory, wherein it includes a dog and a meat and a bell. So, it will be explained further later on sa video. So, mao na siya, tungod sa katong digestive system niya nga study, kay nag-make way to siya sa discovery niya sa Pavlovian theory or sa classical conditioning. So, another fun fact about Ivan Pavlov was that he never actually wanted originally na mahimong physiologist, but rather he wanted to be a priest, a seminarian. He actually studied seminarian theology, but then nakabasa siya book about Charles Darwin and physiologist, mao to naganahan siya nga mahimo sang physiologist. So, moto, he was redirected and he became one of the most known physiologists of his time and even up until now, dako gihapon kayong tabang ang iyang classical conditioning or Pavlovian theory sa learner-centered learning style. So, that was Ivan Pavlov and the introduction of behavioral learning theory. So, we will move forward sa Pavlovian theory in a nutshell.
Day. So next is Pavlov's classical conditioning. In the parlance of psychology, behaviorism is concerned with the behavioral changes and the role of the environment in these changes. Behaviorists claim that nurture is crucial in the process of acquiring knowledge. Thus, Pack et al. 2017. One known behaviorist, John B. Watson, 1982, who writes that the ultimate goal of behaviorism is to derive laws to explain the relationship existing among antecedent conditions, stimuli, behavior, condition, and the following conditions, rewards, punishment, or neutral effects. So, Pavlov's conditioning is, for example, is like ang owner, ang owner nag-present og meat sa dog. So, like, na-smell man sa dog ang meat kay because of kanang na-smell sa dog ang meat is kanang it makes kanang maglaway ang iroana kay because of kanang sayang nasimot. So, that's we call unconditional unconditional. So, but nagstudy si kanang Pavlovs nga what if kanang idungan niya ang bell og ang meat makakuan maglaway ra bagay hapon kaha ang iro. So gitrayan ni Pavlovs nga bell sa ang iyang ipa bell. So na kuan ni Pavlovs nga maglaway ra man gihapon ang iro na ang bell ray ipatingog. So that is the study of Pavlov's. Thank you.
So let's proceed to the Pavlov's conditioning in a nutshell. So Pavlov's conditioning involves a set of multi-layered procedures, two or more procedures or process. So initially, the food is called the unconditioned stimulus or UCS. So to expand, it is stimulus that leads to an automatic response or automatic reaction nimo. For example, nakatimaho kag sudan si masilingan kay nagluto siya gumba pero wala gud kakabago din na timaon ay mga mo tagumba ron oy mo ni mo automatic response. Then pagkasimot pag smell sa di mo sa umba is gigutom ka mo ni kuan kana unconditioned response. So next, unsa man stimulus? Stimulus in psychology, any environment event that affects the organism, mo na yung stimulus, or anything that can trigger our physical and behavioral changes. So, for example, nakahikap ka og cactus without knowing wala ka ba nga makatunok dahil ni. So, paghikap mo, mas nakuratan ka niya. So, imong thinking is, ay, mo din ni cactus, makatunok dahil ni. So, ang stimulus ana is ang thorn sa cactus. So, try to look at these illustrations. So, gitrain dire na ang iro, if taga ng food is mag-salivation. So, naay unconditioned response. Naglaway ang iro. Ang unconditioned stimulus ani is ang food, uni ang meat. So, if imo Tagalog iro, if once i-ring mo ang bell, di man ni food. So, no response ang iro. So, once imo i-pair ang bell ug ang food, dira na may tabo ang conditioned stimulus. So, conditioned stimulus, mo na siya ang a situation which is one signal, which is the bell, and is given just before another signal. Dira na nimo ihatag ang food once you ring the bell. So, ang conditioned response sa iro is ang yang huna-huna is once i-ring ang bell na ay food mo na ang conditioned response sa iro. Just like sa ato as elementary, sa lunchtime, once ring ang bell, unsay nasa tungo na huna, di ba break na or mag-lunch time na, mo ni conditioned response. Sa ang unconditioned response, if ka nang kuriton ka sa imong classmate niya, pag-ako't naman is sakit man dayon, so mo na imo automatic response or unconditioned response. So our next discussion will be discussed by our next reporter.
Afternoon everyone, I am Giselle Pancho, so I'm going to discuss about the other phenomena in classical conditioning. So the first one is the extinction. So if you keep ringing the bell without giving a food of the dog, it will eventually stop drooling when it hears the bell. The dog forgets the connection. From the word itself, extinction, ma-extinct, magkahinay-hinay o kawala. Like for example, if you just keep ringing the bell, like wala mo tagig pagkaon ang iro. Like they assume you that kung mag-bell, like you are keeping a bell, hatagan mo siya pagkaon, pero wala mo siya tagig. So of course, it will lose interest. Next is the spontaneous recovery. Even after the dogs forget it, might suddenly start drawing to the bell again. So, kung imo na sanggi like you're ringing the bell, tapos gihatagan mo siya pagkaon, it will recover of the dog's mind. Like, or it will relearn it. Next is the generalization. The dog might also start drooling to other sounds that are similar to bell, like a chime or a whistle. It's like the dog is confused and thinks these sounds are also connected to a food. So, ma-generalize sad also niya. Like, if he hears a chime or a whistle, like, it-assume na, nga, it's a sign that, dito also to connected to a food. Like, makanahon na lang siya, makaduglo siya mga sounds. Like, pagkaon na to, tawag na siya para pakanon. Diba mo na generalization, like, makakuha niya tanan, halos tanan na yung madungog, kaya it signifies niya nga kuan pagkaon na. Next is the discrimination. The dogs learns to differentiate of the sounds of a buzzer or a bell. So, ma-analyze na niya, kabaw na siya mo distinguish kung kung buzzer ba to or bell ba to. Like, kung makadog na siya og bell, kay nani pagkaon, natagan siya og pagkaon. Makadog na siya or buzzer, natagan na siya og pagkaon. That's all. Thank you.
So, good day everyone. Let's proceed to Westonian conditioning. Westonian conditioning or classical conditioning is about learning through association. It describes how neutral stimulus, when paired repeatedly with a stimulus that naturally triggers a response, can come to elicit that response on its own. So later on, maghatag og example nga maka-explain aning neutral stimulus. So in essence, it's about how behaviors can be learned and modified based on association between different stimuli. This type of learning helps explain how certain reactions or behaviors can become automatic in response to specific cues or experience. So, ang Watsonian conditioning di ay kay maka-help siya to explain nganong inana ang reaction or ang behavior sa usa ka tawo or animal sa kana nga experience. So, Watsonian also pointed that humans are born with emotional response such as love, fear, and hate. So, such as tinuod man dyan na siya, no? Kay kita mga tao, basta ang mga animal, kay giborn jud ta nga natay emotional response. Perhaps the most popular conditioning experiment he did was Little Albert. Here, Watson tried to prove that emotion can be learned. So, sa kaning experiment niya nga Little Albert, kay diri na ko ma-explain ang neutral stimulus. So, before conditioning, baby Albert is allowed to play with the pet rat. Baby Albert enjoys petting the rat and does not fear it. So, neutral stimulus kay usa ni siya kapanghitabo nga ang usa ka tao or usa ka animal kay walay response. So, mao ni ang nahitabo ni baby Albert. Si baby Albert kay gi-enjoys niya nga magpet sa rat nga wala siya na kanang feel nga fear. So, mao na siya ang neutral stimuli. O sa kapanghitabo nga no response. Walay emotion nga na react or na feel. So, Albert was scared of loud noise. So, mao ni ang unconditioning stimulus ni baby Albert. Ang unconditioning stimulus kay mao na siya ang murag kanang daan na ni kanang inborn na niya nga mahadlok siya ana or kanang mo na siya yung emotion nga maka-trigger niya. So, during conditioning, when baby Albert tried to pet or come near the rat, Watson would make a loud noise. This scared Albert. So, mo ni neutral stimulus plus unconditioning stimulus. While si Albert kay paduol sa rat kay iyang duwaan, si Watson sad kay mag-make siya og noise nga makahadlok ni Albert. This scaring when coming close to situation that repeatedly many times. So, ang kaning panghitabo kay kapila na hitabo balik. So, once condition, when Albert was presented the rat again, he became scared, cried, and tried to move away from the rat. So, once condition na kay pag-present balik ni Watson sa rat ni baby Albert, kay mahadlok na si baby Albert, muhilak na siya o mupalayo na siya sa cat. He had become conditioned into realizing that white rat was related to the noise. So, na-realize, na-learn ni baby Albert nga ang white rat kay related sa kanang nga noise. So, kanang na-learn niya nga, hala, ang rat kay mo din ang magdalag sa ba, murag mo nang nahadlok na siya, naka-feel na siya og reaction or naka-response na siya. Watson and Rainier accompanied the
presentation of the rat with other objects, they found out that baby Albert also freed the occurrence of objects even without the rat. So, gitry ni kanang Watson og ni Rainier nga maghatag og lain nga objects without ang kanang presence sa rat, kay nahadlok na sad si baby Albert. So mao to kay na-learn na ni baby Albert nga kung unsa gani makita niya sa atubangan niya kay murag mahadlok na siya, murag na-learn na niya nga kanang dapat dili siya magpatak, murag na-learn niya nga dapat kanang dapat dili ko magbatak ka og kuan na nga butang, murag nanay kuan si baby Albert na dapat kanang dili na siya masigig kuan og mga butang kay na nasud na siyang utok ang katong na-trigger siya sa loud noise o sa rat. So, this experiment become anchor of Watson's belief that learning happens by association. So, diri na prove ni Watson nga ang learning happens by association. Kay by sa pag-associate ni baby Albert sa white rat o sa katong loud noise, kay naka-learn siya nga mahadlok sa katong nga panghitabo. So, ang ma-explain pa ni furthermore ang about sa association by Miss Katrina.
So, in the experience, it is the aspiration of anxiety among kindergarten and early elementary pupils using the theories of Pavlov and Watson. So here, in the theories of Pavlov and Watson, it is about the anxiety of those children. So by preventing those anxiety of the children, teachers also has a wide role to prevent or reduces the anxiety of their children, and also the school can associating with the positive experiences. In summary, classical conditioning and a broad application of education, from reducing the anxiety in young children to managing classroom, helping adult learners to overcome performance-related anxieties. So we should take an action to prevent those anxieties so that students or children can overcome their fear or anxiety. That's all.